guys, welcome to Hort America's TV. My name is Karla García. I am Hort America's Technical Service, and for today's session, we decided to prepare a series of videos teaching you about the importance of all nutrients required by plants. This is a very important topic when you are working in a hydroponic system. So for this session, I prepared a short video teaching you about one of the most important nutrients in plant development. So get ready to learn about the use and function of nitrogen in a hydroponic system. As you probably already know, nitrogen is a very important nutrient for all organisms, including plants. All vital processes in plants are associated with proteins, and nitrogen is an essential element in proteins. Therefore, we can assume that nitrogen will be always required in high quantities in comparison to other nutrients in our plants, meaning that our nutrient solutions, usually nitrogen is one of the nutrients that are in higher quantities. So in order to get a good crop production, we need to fully satisfy the necessities of nitrogen in our crop. Why? Well, nitrogen is directly related to crop yield. Also can improve food quality. Nitrogen promotes vegetative growth, which can lead to the increase of the leaf surface area and improve photosynthesis processes. Vegetative growth includes leaf, stem, and general plant growth, excluding flowering and fruit formation. And also, is known that good levels of nitrogen can help to improve the uptake of other nutrients. So for many reasons, nitrogen is a very important element in plants. When nitrogen is not in enough concentrations, plant will show a general discoloration. The way that nitrogen moves is as follows. Nitrogen moves from old tissue to new tissue, meaning that old tissue will be the first one to notice the deficiency of nitrogen and will start to show symptoms. This is why all leaves tend to show chlorosis symptoms before the rest of the plant when we have low quantities of nitrogen. And obviously, growth will also be affected when nitrogen is not in enough concentrations. Nitrogen in high quantities can also affect plant development. When nitrogen is present in high concentrations, the plant will tend to be more vegetative. We'll have more stems, leaves, runners, and the plant in general will be more vegetative. But the generative phase can get affected if we have a lot of nitrogen, meaning that we will have fewer flowers, fewer fruits, or none. So we can use high nitrogen quantities when our objective is to promote vegetative growth. For example, in order to get runners in a strawberry for propagation, we can increase nitrogen levels. For example, in here you can see the requirement for strawberry production for specifically for runners. And now if we want to get fruits, we need to reduce the levels of nitrogen so we can avoid the development of runners and promote the development of flowers and fruits. Nitrogen uptake can be very different in soil in comparison to hydroponics. So let's focus in hydroponic production, where we can have a close control of the root environment. Plants can take and assimilate two different forms of nitrogen. One is nitrate, the other one is ammonium. These two different compounds can differently affect the environment in your root zone in hydroponic systems. So let's learn the differences. Previous research has demonstrated that better results in plant development are achieved when plants are fed with nitrate and ammonium, meaning we can have better results when using different ratios of ammonium and nitrate. But this is totally crop specific and you can have different results if you change the substrate. But what are the differences between nitrate and ammonium? First, they have different charges. One is an anion, another one is a cation. When plants take ammonium, pH will tend to decrease, meaning the pH of the nutrient solution will get lower. On the other hand, nitrate has a positive charge, meaning that when nitrate is uptaken by the plant, the pH will tend to increase. In hydroponic system, we are used to have a small increase of pH over time. Ammonium-based fertilizers can be used when the source of water tends to increase pH due to the presence of carbonates. A clear example is the water from wells. But this is just an option. This is actually not a common option. When we have high carbonates levels, there are many options that we can apply in order to treat our water. In soil, it's common to use ammonium-based fertilizers, but not in hydroponics. Ammonium alone requires more energy to get assimilated by the plant. Also, plants can be subjected to lower sugar content in roots and less growth. In hydroponics, we can use nitrate as the sole source of nitrogen. Nitrate can be easily stored at the plant. The only concern is just to check pH normally. Remember that nitrate can increase the pH of your nutrient solution. So you just need to be sure and check regularly your system to avoid high pH levels. Other aspect is to check nitrate tissue levels. This is because there are some regulations about the amount of nitrate in food for human consumption. So try to keep nitrate within the lower levels. As mentioned before, plants can show better results when both nitrate and ammonium are used in our nutrient recipe. Specifically, good results are achieved when ammonium and nitrate ratio is increased. Again, consider that you can have different results in different crops and also different substrates. Here is a very nice table made by the Dr. Sherry Kubota from Ohio State University based on research done by Akira and Osawa in 1981. Here you can see how pH can also affect uptake of ammonium, nitrate, or both in different crops. So multiple factors can affect the way plants take up nutrients. In conclusion, we can learn from here that nitrogen is a very important nutrient and is particularly very important for vegetative growth. So, for example, when you are working with leafy greens, nitrogen should be in high quantities. So always check your nutrient recipe. Is your fertilizer based on nitrate or ammonium or both? Is your objective to promote vegetative growth or are your plants ready to develop flowers and fruit? A good nitrogen management can have a huge impact on your yield. So let's try to keep an eye and learn as much as you can from this important nutrient. Well, guys, that is all for today. Hopefully, on our next video, I will be speaking about another nutrient. So please leave the comment one of the nutrients that are of your interest, and let me know if you like your video. You know that you can subscribe in order to get the rest of the videos that we're preparing for you. So thank you for listening. I'm Karla Garcia. Shoot me with any questions. Here's my email, and I'll see you on our next video.